Hobbies. They're an activity done in one's own leisure time regularly for one's own pleasure. So scrolling TikToks, smoking cigarettes, that's out the window. That is not a hobby. And in my opinion, hobbies are soulful, improve on a skill, and should be expressive. And for that reason, your hobbies suck. Hey, have you noticed we are plagued by the spectacle which further alienates people, rendering them passive iPad babies who obey, conform, and consume? Our reality is shaped by the images we consume via social media and entertainment. The hobby of collecting in this modern age is just obsessive hoarding. Many people veil their excess spending as a hobby, when in reality, they just fell for FOMO propaganda. Well, that's all fine and dandy, Corner Cube, but I have a question for you. When does collecting become hoarding and overconsumption? That's a great question. First off, you must curate these items in some way by organizing them, identifying, preserving, documenting, and displaying them. Otherwise, what you have is an accumulation. It doesn't have to be expensive or elaborate, but you have to demonstrate that you appreciate the items and want to understand more about it. But mindlessly buying is not a hobby. You can't buy into a hobby. You have to curate and research it. The journey doesn't start with money, it starts with the intent to learn and practice what you enjoy. Wow, that was very insightful of Corner Q. But I want to reiterate what I think a hobby is. A hobby, in my opinion, is soulful, improves on a skill, and is expressive. And I think in this modern age, a lot of what a hobby is tends to be around consumption. It's no longer done as a form of learning a new skill and enjoying really what you do. You enjoy the purchasing power you have. And in a sense, the value comes from the idea it's worth that price point. And today I'm going to talk about hobbies that I hate that are around the idea of collecting. The first thing that I hate are Labubus. Which I think is a giant characterization of soft gambling. But the reason why I call it soft gambling is because it's considered less problematic than hard gambling. After all, you pay up and you win something. It's not like you lose all your money and receive an empty box. The stakes are practically getting something that you didn't really want. But their formula is A, this thing gets marketed by celebrities and influencers. This item becomes trendy. B, let's make it a mystery box and let's equal this into tons of money. Now, considering the solution here is to not purchase said product, but to maybe buy secondhand. But then there's scalpers and there's people that resell these items for a lot of money. It reminds me of the 2016 sort of situations with going and buying Supreme, having a bot and buying all the stock, kind of destroying the culture, but if not, cultivating it, because the scarcity is what creates the identity of the brand. It becomes so elusive that you want to participate. You want that item.
Why does everyone want the crowbar?
Because it's a fucking crowbar. Are you fucking serious?
What are you gonna do with it?
Fucking nothing, but I'm gonna own a fucking crowbar now, so that's the fucking shit.
And I remember being 17, 18 when I was waiting in line and trying to wake up hella early in the morning to buy these items. You know, I was falling for it because there was no way in heck I was gonna be spending $1,000 on a box logo. I was trying my best to purchase these things. The same thing with sneaker culture. Scarcity mindset always fulfills the idea of more people wanting it because it's rare. No one has it. The idea of having that individualistic sort of identity around an item where you're able to walk around knowing that this value is expensive and it's elusive, that you are one of 1,000 people that has that product, it becomes a symbol for power. And with Labubus, I think it's a lot worse than it is with Supreme. The soft gambling of Labubus and Pokemon cards, which I absolutely hate, the two hobbies, if you want to call it that, have something in common. It's the scarcity and the mystery behind what you're gambling for. And is this really a hobby? It feels like a scratcher card hoping that you would get that super rare exclusive item in this box or the pack of cards, and then you know, with Pokemon cards, you're able to go get it graded. With Labubus, you just toss it on your purse and hope no one steals it from you. Anything that is bolstered by short form is already soulless. A lot of it pushes people to bandwagon and hop onto the trend because celebrities are wearing it and because your favorite influencer is wearing it. And it becomes so polarizing that it pushes you to want to involve yourself into it. But what really gets you is a propaganda. It really mogs you into wanting to participate in what the mainstream deems cool.
You see, just 4 months ago, I did not know what a Labubu was. And then one day it showed up on my For You page. So, at first I was like, it's kind of ugly. I don't really want that. And then it just kept coming up on my feed. Next thing you know, I ordered one from the website to pick up in store. And then I feel like the rest is history. I spend a lot of my time just browsing on AliExpress for the perfect outfit, accessory.
But the thing with the mystery boxes is that you're not necessarily finding what you're looking for. You're hoping to get what you want. And this is what I really have a gripe with. The issue of not really enjoying the journey of finding the item, but rather buying into a ton of boxes that you unfortunately will probably lose out on, and if not, get replicas of the same thing, or duplicates. And what do you do with those duplicates? You throw them away. Gambling is never fun. You always lose out, but rather that exhilaration you get from opening something and seeing that you have a super rare card because the market value has determined this item being super elusive, exclusive, and worth the money. Where not only can you change your hobby into a business and monetize it, but the idea of collecting something that is in trend and is super exclusive also is very alluring. Now, I genuinely think that collecting should be coming from a standpoint of it not being necessarily exclusive. It should come from actually having general interest in the hobby. And the thing is, it's fairly easy to get sucked into collecting something because it's deemed valuable. I mean, when you see people open Pokemon cards and Labubus, their goal is to get the most expensive thing. It's not about the other more common cards or Labubus. It's always wrapped up around the want for the most sought after thing. To me, that's not a genuine interest in the hobby, it's the interest of hitting the jackpot. And with that, we really start to understand that this hobby is just another excuse to compulsively gamble, and if not, getting people addicted. This brings me to my second point of collecting. There's two types of collections. There are display items and items that are used. I think clothes and fragrance get a pass because you can utilize them in your day-to-day, and it is also something you can wear. The same thing with antiquing, like specifically jewelry. You can wear those items. They are a part of your self-expression, and it's also the journey of finding those things. And again, it's not a mystery box that you're diving deep into. It is quite the mystery to find the pieces, to journey into those random abandoned dark rooms that is the internet, to find the clothes that you hopefully will purchase for a good price. But hopefully they don't sit in a garment bag and collect dust and are just mainly used for display. These items have use for your day-to-day life. The thing with collecting things is that the use ends after you purchase. Hobbies prior were founded through a friend or through online research of some sort. If you were into anime, you would collect maybe anime figurines, which is something I also hate. I'm talking specifically the anime guys that collect the sexy girls with, if not crazy body parts. Have you seen Naked Zoro? I don't even need to explain why I dislike it. It just isn't cool. Gundams, on the other hand, are cool. Gundams are something that people collect, but the one thing I'd like to mention is that it's kit building. It's something you build. You learn to build that item, and you kind of gain a skill for it. You have to be patient and really sink a lot of time into not only just buying and purchasing the piece, but also building it up. And if you get really, really into it, you can also paint. That's also super fun. I've seen this with Warhammer figurines, if you're into Warhammer, but you learn a skill by painting and kind of creating something that you can actually sit on your shelf knowing that you finished that item and made it. It didn't just come pre-packaged, finally done, unless you have the metal Gundams, but I digress. This all being said, what I'm trying to get at here is that there's a sequence to things. It doesn't just stop at purchasing the product, it gets deeper and it evolves with time. Just like with Gundams, just like with anime figurines or anime, you watch anime, you get into figurines, and then you can get into customization. The same thing with Gundams. There's a process that gets deeper and deeper as you involve yourself in the hobby you actually really enjoy. But with Labubus, you're just purchasing the thing, and there is that instant gratification that you gather from it. There is nothing deeper than just what it represents. Just a symbol of being on trend and being cool because you have something so elusive That's not a hobby. Your hobby is purchasing things, and it just gives you another excuse to just go and gamble. I remember my friend Steven 2 years ago, he had a Charizard within a PSA 8 or something, and you know, it looked kind of cool. It looked cool to display it. It got me kind of interested in like the whole Pokemon thing, and I almost got sucked into it. But I didn't buy it. I stayed away from it. It's not something that calls me. The hobby wasn't what was interesting to me. The community wasn't interesting to me. It was the idea of getting something exclusive. But the one thing I do want to say is, as time progresses and the item loses hype, will you still be interested in that piece of plastic? Urban exploring. Urban exploring with Billy.
I hope we don't run into any gorillas.
Well, so we'd go in here.
Alright guys, welcome back. I'm gonna go do a mukbang in this abandoned house.
And then it cuts to you like falling through a roof.
All-nighter challenge. I'm spending all night with a pack of gorillas.
What? One man versus 100 gorillas.
That's sick.
That's nice.
Look at this, there's a silo right here.
Oh wow. Someone had climbed up that ladder to tag it here.
Are you sure it wasn't an alien?
Does it say be kind?
Yeah, just with 2 E's, like B.
B.
You could put someone in here, or we could put the strobe through
do
these
that.
slates.
I like
so
that.
then like the light would be like slated.
I'm on like dead wood, holding the lighting over here. It's cooked.
Very storytelling.
That's why I wore the denim today.
Okay, should we?
There's a home here. Do you want to? The mansion's like over here. Whoa. Lost tapes right now. Oh, whoa. It's crazy. Oh, there is an abandoned pool. All right. No one fall in this. Check it out.
There's a frog.
No way. There's a frog in there?
The frog's right
Oh, what the hell? He's just chilling.
there. Okay.
And then there's an abandoned home over here. What are your thoughts? There's a home behind you as well, but
Is
it's,
the pool a vibe? Let's walk.
let's walk around. Area closed beyond this point, but I mean, we could probably get into that home. Let's try and work our way over this way and see what we got here. There's also that over there.
Yeah, but like
Barn.
that window with those vines.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's in nature.
Are you going in?
Yeah, we're gonna go
Get
in.
with my fist set.
It's messed up in here. Oh wow, they really messed this up. No asbestos. This is really lit up, light-wise. Wow, they really destroyed this. And there was like this beautiful fireplace here. The shot from like David outside from here is awesome.
Inside and outside. I think we
Yeah,
do
it's
both.
beautiful. Oh wow, so this is a sunroom. This is a sunroom. Wow, I mean imagine being able to look
down there.
yeah,
There was a broken glass.
beautiful. Imagine living here, just like what it would be. And then we have
Like in good condition.
we have a downstairs like a basement that looks destroyed.
Looks not good out
It's really hot in here. My glasses are off. But I guess I'm doing this alone. Have my hair tied up. Kind of smells like piss. But there's also a red room in here. That upstairs, like, I mean, I'm interested a bit. Can you shine some
In the
light?
attic though, Jay, don't step onto the attic.
Oh no, there's shit living up there.
What do you mean?
Like
animals?
birds, probably rats. There's just like look feathers. There's stuff.
I'm
up there.
good.
I don't want to go fuck with them. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is gorgeous. Give me some. Yeah, that's great, David. I love it. I love it. Light. Right. Look at that strobe.
It's beautiful.
Oh my god, David, this is great. Oh, hold that. This is the shot right here. I need light. Oh, it's hitting.
So hot right now. I'm actually so hot. Sweating. Disgusting. But we got all the shots we wanted. Check this out. Enjoy your Friday, your Saturday, your Sunday. Don't know when you're watching this. Enjoy that, and I'll catch you on the next one as soon as possible, and I will continue to create as I generate. Take care.